Let's talk about something every man over 50 needs to hear, and most of them never do. There's one thing sitting right in front of you every single day that's either helping your body perform the way it should or quietly tearing it down, and you probably haven't even thought about it. It's water. Not a supplement, not a medication, not something you need a prescription for, just water. And the way you drink it, when you drink it, and how much you actually get in a day is making or breaking your sexual health right now, whether you realize it or not. Now, I'm not talking about some miracle cure here. What I'm talking about is how your body actually works on a mechanical, biological level, and why dehydration is one of the most overlooked reasons men over 50 start noticing changes in their performance, their energy, and their ability to get and maintain an erection. This isn't about embarrassment. This is about understanding what's happening inside your body so you can actually do something about it. Let's start with the basics of how an erection actually works, because once you understand this, everything else I'm about to tell you makes perfect sense. An erection isn't about desire alone. It's not just in your head. It's a hydraulic event. Blood has to flow into the penis, fill the erectile tissue, and stay there. That's it. That's the mechanism. Blood in, blood stays, erection happens. Simple in theory. But here's the thing. As you age, the blood vessels that deliver that blood get stiffer. They lose flexibility. The blood itself can change too. And if you're not hydrated properly, you're throwing fuel on a fire that's already working against you. Here's what happens when you're dehydrated. Your blood volume drops. When your blood volume drops, your heart has to work harder to push what's left through your vessels. The blood thickens. It becomes more viscous. Think of it like honey versus water. When your blood is thicker, it doesn't travel as easily through the smaller arteries. And the arteries that feed the penis are some of the smallest in your body. So when your blood is thick and your volume is low, less blood is making it where it needs to go. That's not a theory. That's physiology. That's how it works. And it's not just about blood flow to the penis. Dehydration affects your entire cardiovascular system. Your heart is working overtime. Your kidneys are under stress. Your adrenal glands, which help regulate hormones, including testosterone, can't function the way they're supposed to when they don't have enough fluid to work with. Testosterone is already declining naturally after 50. You don't need dehydration dragging it down even further. Then there's the nerve piece. And this one matters more than most people think. Your nervous system needs to be hydrated to signal properly. The nerves that trigger an erection, the ones that respond to stimulation and tell your body to increase blood flow, they need adequate fluid levels to fire quickly and accurately. When you're dehydrated, that signaling slows down. It becomes sluggish. And what used to happen fast and reliably starts feeling unreliable. Men notice this, and they assume it's just aging. Sometimes it is, but a lot of the time, it's dehydration doing the damage quietly in the background. So now you understand why water matters so much here. Let's talk about the mistakes men make, because most people are drinking water completely wrong. The first mistake is what I call the panic chug. That's when you go hours without drinking anything, then suddenly realize you're dehydrated and drink a massive amount of water all at once. A big glass, a bottle, sometimes two. This feels productive, but it's actually counterproductive. When you flood your system like that, your kidneys can't absorb it all at once. A lot of it just passes straight through. You end up running to the bathroom 20 minutes later, and your body hasn't actually absorbed what it needed. Worse, if you do it repeatedly, you risk diluting your sodium levels, which can cause cramping, dizziness, and a whole cascade of problems your body doesn't need. The second mistake is the desert and flood cycle. This is when you go long stretches without water, then drink a lot, then go dry again. On and off, on and off. Your kidneys don't like that. They need a steady, predictable supply of fluid to do their job. When you give them nothing for hours and then hit them with a wave, you're destabilizing your fluid balance and putting unnecessary strain on your kidneys. Over time, that adds up. The third mistake, and this one catches a lot of men off guard, is waiting until you're thirsty. By the time you feel thirsty, you're already dehydrated. Thirst is a lagging indicator. Your body is telling you it's already behind. If you're waiting for thirst to tell you to drink, you're constantly playing catch up. And during that catch up period, your blood volume is low, your blood is thicker than it should be, and your performance is already being affected. All right, real quick before we keep going, if this is making sense and you're learning something new today, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. All right, let's keep moving. So here's what smart hydration actually looks like in practice. And this isn't complicated. This is something you can start doing tomorrow morning. First thing when you wake up, before coffee, before food, before anything, drink about 300 to 400 milliliters of warm water. That's roughly 1.5 cups. And here's the thing, add a pinch of pink Himalayan salt to it. Just a small pinch. That salt isn't there to make it taste good. It's there to help your body actually absorb the water. Salt pulls water into your cells. Without some electrolytes, a lot of that water you're drinking is just passing through without being absorbed properly. You can also squeeze half a lemon into it. Lemon contains compounds that support nitric oxide production in your blood vessels, and nitric oxide is the chemical messenger that tells your blood vessels to relax and dilate. That means more blood flow. For men over 50, that's not a small thing. After that morning glass, you shift into what I call the steady drip. Throughout the rest of the morning and into the afternoon, you're sipping water consistently. Not gulping, sipping, about half a glass every 45 to 60 minutes. This keeps your blood volume steady, it keeps your kidneys working smoothly without being overwhelmed, and it keeps that nitric oxide production ticking along throughout the day. You're not waiting for thirst, you're just making it a habit. Set a reminder on your phone if you have to. The point is consistency. Now, there's one more piece of the hydration puzzle that's specifically relevant to sexual health, and it's about timing. If you know you're going to be intimate, you want to taper your water intake about 45 minutes before, not stop entirely, just don't be chugging a big glass right before. Why? Because a full bladder puts pressure on the pelvic floor. It distracts you. It makes you uncomfortable. It takes your focus away from where it needs to be. But you also don't want to be dehydrated going into it, because then your blood flow is already compromised. So the strategy is simple. Keep up your steady intake throughout the day. Taper the volume about 45 minutes before. Your body will still have the fluid it needs for circulation and nerve function without the distraction of a full bladder. Now let's talk about what else you can do alongside hydration to make all of this work better, because water is the foundation, but it doesn't work in isolation. Food matters enormously here. Certain foods directly support the blood vessels and the nitric oxide pathways that make erections possible. Beetroot is one of the best. It's packed with nitrates, which your body converts into nitric oxide. Spinach and other dark leafy greens do the same thing. Berries, especially dark ones like blueberries and acai, are loaded with antioxidants that protect your blood vessels from the kind of damage that comes with aging. And salmon, or any fatty fish high in omega-3s, supports healthy blood vessel walls and reduces inflammation throughout your cardiovascular system. You don't need to eat all of these every single day, but making them a regular part of your diet is one of the simplest things you can do to support what the water is already doing for you. Movement is another piece. You don't need to be in a gym lifting heavy weights. A 20-minute walk every day, especially if you're hydrated when you do it, increases blood flow through your pelvic region. Your body is designed to move, and when you sit all day, blood pools. It stagnates. The pelvic blood flow slows down. When you move, even gently, you're pushing blood through the system the way it's supposed to flow. And when that blood is well hydrated and your vessels are flexible, that walk is doing real work for your sexual health. And then there's sleep, because this one ties everything together in a way most men don't expect. Your body produces testosterone during deep sleep, not during the day, not while you're scrolling your phone at night, during actual deep restorative sleep. Dehydration disrupts sleep quality. It can cause you to wake up in the middle of the night, it can trigger muscle cramps, and it can prevent you from getting into those deep sleep stages where testosterone production actually happens. On top of that, there's something called nocturnal penile tumescence. That's the medical term for morning erections. Those aren't random. They're a sign that your body is healthy, that blood flow is working, and that your erectile tissue is functioning properly. When you're chronically dehydrated, those morning erections start fading, and that's your body sending you a signal that something's off. So here's the bigger picture. Water isn't just a drink you have when you're thirsty. It's a system upgrade. It supports your heart and your blood vessels. It keeps your blood volume where it needs to be so circulation works. It keeps your nerves firing fast enough to respond when they need to. It supports your kidneys and your adrenal glands so your hormones stay where they should be. And when you pair smart hydration with the right foods, regular movement, and proper sleep, you're not just maintaining. You're giving your body every possible tool it has to keep performing the way it's supposed to. This isn't about turning back time. It's about working with what you have and giving your body the support it needs to keep doing its job. And the beautiful thing is, none of this costs money. None of it requires a doctor's visit. None of it has side effects. It's water. It's food. It's movement. It's sleep. These are the basics. And when you get the basics right, everything else falls into place. Start tomorrow morning. Warm water, pinch of salt, half a lemon, 300 to 400 milliliters before you do anything else. Then sip throughout the day. Watch your urine color. Pale straw means you're where you need to be. Dark yellow means you need more. Pay attention to how you feel in the afternoons. If you're crashing, if you're fatigued, if your energy's dropping, that's often a hydration and electrolyte issue, not just a getting older issue. And check in with yourself in the mornings. If those morning erections are absent or inconsistent, that's information. That's your body telling you something needs attention. Your best years aren't behind you. Your body is still responsive. It still heals. It still adapts. But it needs you to meet it halfway. And meeting it halfway starts with something as simple as how you drink water. I'm Dr. Melinda Wright. See you in the next video. Drop your comments below and tell me what you want me to cover next. I'll do my research and make a video on it. Subscribe, like, share.